Well, no one else wants to say anything, so I guess that it's good. Okay, so about the league, what should I start with? Maybe the prizes, yeah, and the sponsors. Okay, that's a good start. The sponsors are Regame.tv, the website that I'm streaming to. They are giving out the major part of money, which is pretty important. Then we have rawhost.com, which is the hosting company that holds the website, and they have been with us since the beginning. They also give out some money. We also have Sapphire, the guys that do the video cards. They are giving out 3 video cards, and more exactly Sapphire Vapor 6850. Actually, I won't tell each of those video cards, but the video card that the first player will get, it's around 250 euros or something like that, $300. Not sure exactly, but it's around there. So we have 3 video cards that are pretty awesome and pretty useful. Yeah, why not? If you don't need it, if one of the players doesn't need it, you can sell it anyway. And we also have TrendNet, who decided to help us again with 3 routers, pretty okay routers. Now the price distribution is, we have about $1,000 in cash that the first place will get $500, second place will get $200, third place will get $150, and fourth place will get $50 and a router, and of course the number 5 and 6 place will also get $50 each. I wanted to get prizes for top 8, but there are not enough money to spread around, so that's why even number 5 and 6 we also get $50, because you know it's not much, but it is something. So this is what we could get this season. Hopefully next season will be even better, but let's focus now on this season. So the tournament format. In case you didn't know, we got 5 players from the first season. We got NightEnD, DeathAngel, Alex, BJJ, Noise, and Crusader, if I remember correctly. They are the guys who qualified from the first season. Then we ran about 19 qualifiers. Yeah, a lot of work over there. And then we also had about 8 invites. I'm also going to announce the last invite today. It's about 90%. I'm 90% sure that it's him. I talked a bit with him today and with his manager, and he says it's okay, but I'm not going to say anything until I get an email from him. I need an email with some details. So, but I will announce him, and hopefully everything will be okay. So how the qualifiers were run? I decided that I want one player from each country, almost each country from Europe. So I ran a qualifier for several countries in Europe. So I had one qualifier for Hungary, and the guy who won the Hungarian qualifier was Stunter. I had 2 qualifiers for Poland, where we got Forte and Indy. We got 1 qualifier for Germany, where we got Jax. We got 2 qualifiers for Romania, where we got Tish and Fish Lips. We also got 2 qualifiers for France, where we got Il and Virus Song. And of course we also got 1 qualifier for Czech Republic, where we got the Beast and so on. I won't go with all the qualifiers. I will talk about each player individually after. But yeah, this is how things ran. So because we run those qualifiers, we had we have more diverse players, and you will be kind of impressed with how good these players are. A lot of players don't actually know who Stunter is, maybe, or who Il is, or who who else, Forte is, and so on. So yeah, there is a lot of talent. Actually, I think from 32 players we have only like 4 or 5 are not from Grandmasters. All others are from Grandmasters, so it's a pretty high Grandmasters ratio. So what should we talk about now? I've talked about prizes, I've talked about sponsors and the qualifiers. Yeah, league format. So in case you haven't seen the first season, the 32 players are drawn into 4 groups. So each group has 8 players. From the 8 players, top 3 qualifies to the bracket, and the number 5 and number 4 and 5 will play playoffs with each other. So not each other from the group. Number 4 in group A will play with number 5 from group B, and so on. So we get more matches, and it's going to be even more entertaining. So how this league will be actually, the schedule for the league. The league will start officially tomorrow with Group A, and it will run for 7 weeks. Group A will play each Wednesday at 18 Central European Time. Group B will play each Thursday at 18 Central European Time. Group C will play each Saturday at 16 Central European Time, and Group D will play each Sunday at 16 Central European Time. So all you need to know is Wednesday, Thursday at 18, Group C and Group D on the weekend on 16, that's 4 p.m. in case you didn't know. So yeah, we'll have 4 casts per week for 7 weeks in a row. It will be standard. You will be able to see all the VODs on the website. You will be able to download everything free of charge, of course, on the website. Even on the website you can see the maps. You can see the maps that players have vetoed if you click on the maps. Actually, let me tell you the map pool. Well, some players may like the map pool, some players might hate the map pool, but I choose a diverse map pool with some very interesting maps. We have Abyssal Caverns, Antigua Shipyard, Belshir Beach, Daybreak, Dual Site, Nerazim Crypt, Shattered Temple, Tal'Darim Altarle, and Xel'Naga Caverns. And actually, if you are curious, the maps that were vetoed out, every player could veto out one map. That map will not be drawn for him. So we got a lot of players that eliminated Xel'Naga Caverns, and a lot of players that eliminated Belshir Beach. We got Stunter, who eliminated Shattered Temple, and he's the only player who eliminated that map. And the only player that eliminated Tal'Darim Altarle, it's actually Alex BJJ. So other than that, yeah, about the tournament format I was talking about. So if a player wins his match with 2-0, he will get 2 points. If the player will win the match with 2-1, he will get only 1 point. If you lose with 1-2, you get -1 point, and if you lose to 0-2, you get -2 points. So every win counts. If you are, let's say, a weaker player and you know that you don't have high chances, you see every map you will play on, you can train about it, you can train on it, you can prepare for your opponent, you can scout your opponent and then you can maybe get one win, and you will not lose 2 points, you will only lose 1. And trust me, after the first season, those 1 points actually count a lot, because you can do the difference between number 5 that plays the playoffs or number 6. So what else should I talk about? The players? Do you want me to start talking about the players, or maybe the website? Well, let me tell you more about the website. You can, as I've said, you can visit league.sc2ro.ro. You can find it on the bottom. And on the website, on the main page, you will be able to see the next matches. Right now you can see a video with me where I talk about the league, but I will take that out. And one thing that you can do is actually, let me show you. Let me see if I can add a screen region with the website. So as you can see, this is group A, for example. I'm not going to talk about the group, but you can use this area to comment about the group if you want to say something. Don't spam, please. And also you have this remind me with Google Calendar icon. Feel free to use it. You can click it, it will go to Google Calendar, and you can set up Google Calendar to actually send you a text message on your cell phone, an email, so you will not forget that the stream is going to start. Also, you can see the date when the matches are going to be played. You can see the race and the flag, the country of the player, and the maps. And right now there are no replays online, but if you want to download the replays, you will just click the minimap and you will be able to download the replay. And also this link will actually become a link, and you will be able to visit the VOD. Level 9 asked me something, but I didn't understand him, so please repeat. Also, if you want to know more stuff about the player, you can just hover your cursor over the player name and you can see his profile, his picture, his flag, his race, his clan, his age, his name, and what map he eliminated. So as you can see, Cas eliminated GSL Daybreak. We have Forte, who eliminated Belshir Beach, and so on. So if you have suggestion about the website, please tell me. I want to improve it as much as possible. So what else? Let me actually talk about groups, and the first group I'm going to talk about is actually group A. As you can see, these are the players from group A. So the first player is actually NightEnD. NightEnD, Romanian player, maybe the best Romanian player in StarCraft 2. Very close to DeathAngel, or sometimes DeathAngel is better than NightEnD, and so on. It really depends. NightEnD actually joined Fnatic about, I don't know, 6 months ago or something like that. His name is Silviu Lazar, and he's 23 years old. He lives in Bucharest. And he eliminated the Xelnaga Caverns. I'm kind of amazed that he eliminated a map like that, because maybe as a Protoss he can abuse it, but anyway, he doesn't like it, so he eliminated it. He actually got second place on the first season, and he played the final with DeathAngel. Oh, Level 9 actually asked me how the groups were put together, where I just draw them randomly, totally random. I've checked the map, I checked the drawings. This group is the strongest group. Actually, all groups are pretty even, but this group has the most important players and the most known players. So on the second season, on the third season I will use probably some seedings of some kind, but it was kind of hard to decide on the seedings because a lot of players were grandmasters. So I've looked at the group. I was thinking maybe I should move some of the players from group A to some other groups, but then I said let's leave it like that. I've talked with the players. Players are pretty happy about the group, and well. So second player is Dimaga. He actually qualified. He wasn't an invite. He won the first Ukrainian qualifier. He's from clan MTW. It's like something like Mine Factory, something like that. Not sure exactly how the clan is pronounced. He's a German clan from what I know. His name is Dmitro Filipchuk, if I pronounce it correctly. He's 25 years old and he eliminated GSL Daybreak, just like us. Of course, he's a Zerg player from Ukraine, in case you missed the flag, and he's one of the most known players in the world right now, I believe. very popular. So I'm very happy that he's in the league. I was kind of surprised to see him signing up for the league, but again, I'm very happy that he did. Also, he played on BlizzCon like this weekend, so tune in to see him tomorrow. Tomorrow you can see Dimaga. Actually, the first game from tomorrow is Cas with Dimaga. So now the third player is StarEagle. He is a player from Italy, a Terran player. His name is Maurizio Cariotti. I hope I pronounce it right. And the clan is 3. I forgot what. Let me actually check the clan's website. Not actually sure what 3 stands for, but it's 3 Red Byte Italia. Yeah, anyway, they have a lot of other players. Actually, 3 has 2 players in the league, StarEagle and Zim. I will talk about Zim later. So, let me at least... Can you hear the music a bit in the background? Okay, so yeah, back to StarEagle. He's 28 years old, a bit of an older guy. From what I know, he played StarCraft 1. Actually, let me check if he sent me on the email some details, because I've told each player to actually send some details, but some of them were very brief and didn't got too much info. Where is your email? Where is your email? Yeah, he was a StarCraft 1 player since 98, and he said he doesn't want to bother with StarCraft 1 history, but he won many LANs and online tournaments, and he participated to WCG Monza Italy too. Now he's playing right now StarCraft 2 with good results. He won some Italian LANs, online competitions such as ESL, Craft Cup, 4 and more. He got 3rd place with UCG Lignato, wants to play DreamHack Summer 2011 Biok 3. That was like bring your own computer. And 3rd place to some LAN in England. His goals in the league are try to reach top spots. I will try as hard as I can. And his gear is some old Logitech keyboard, Logitech G3 and Razer Banshee headset. So yeah, he sent up some info at least. Now let's move forward to Empire Cas, a player that a lot of you love. A player with very strong macro. I have been casting Cas for over 1 year when he was kind of unknown, and I'm finally very happy that he's actually the guy that won the 2nd qualifier. So he also wasn't an invite. His name is Misha Haida. He's 23 years old, and he eliminated GSL Daybreak, just like the Dimaga. Now let's see what other info I can find about him. Of course, he's pretty known. I think he got 4th or 3rd spot in TSL. But anyway, he has a lot of achievements. I'm not going to go to all of them. He's a no player that plays a lot of ladder. He actually, let's see if I can find his profile. He's online right now, and right now Cas has 53 league wins. That's like 5,653 league wins. So he actually played a lot. He's in Grandmaster on the second spot, just behind Empire Happy and above Titan. So you really want to see Empire Cas, in case you haven't seen him ever. Very strong macro player. I remember when Cas actually lost 2 medivacs full of marines and he was still ahead on supply. Fifth player is Cloud. He's actually an invite spot, one of the first invites I did. He's from Italy and his name is Carlo Giannaco. I can't pronounce that, sorry. Anyway, he has StarCraft 1 experience. Let me see if I can find his email to see exactly what we wrote. I don't know, I think some of you guys can, from StarCraft 1, know him. He used to play Protoss in Brood War, but he decided to switch to Terran because he thinks it's more fun, has more micro, and is the race that rewards the most talented, hardworking player. He played Brood War. He was among the very best in Europe. His prime was around 2008-2009, and he was in the most prestigious foreign team, Templars of Twilight. His goals in League are victory, and his current gear is mouse Razer Abyssus, mousepad Specs, headset Razer Wraith, keyboard Razer Marauder, so he got a lot of Razer stuff. And he also got a lot of achievements. I'm not going to go to all of them. But we got another very good player. As I've told you, this is an insane group. The sixth player is Forte. He actually won the first Polish qualifier. Let me see where is his email and see what he wrote me. He's 21 years old. His name is Camille, and he's from the team Max Flow Play. He started the game from the beginning of StarCraft 2 beta. He played for 8 years in StarCraft Brood War. Why he chose Protoss? Because in 2002 year, the first time he played StarCraft, and immediately he chose Protoss. Then as a beginner he played Zerg and Terran, but somehow he liked Protoss more. So that's all the info I got from him. Also you can see him tomorrow, but I'm not totally sure if Forte will play tomorrow. I know this isn't a good start to just miss a game in the first day, but his broadcast from today was that his computer crashed, and I haven't seen him online today, so I will try to contact him to see tomorrow. Maybe he fixed his computer or something, but anyway. The seventh player is another invite, and he's BlinG, a player from UK and a player from Team Dignitas. And I kind of lost his email, so I've also known BlinG from some time before he was in Dignitas. I've questioned him a lot of time in Craft Cup, and he's pretty impressive. I also remember how he joined Team Dignitas. Team Dignitas actually did a contest for UK players. They wanted a player from UK that will travel to lands in UK. So BlinG actually won that, so that's how he got to Team Dignitas. His name is Samayan K. I actually like the name. And he eliminated Belshir Beach. One of the many players that eliminated Belshir Beach. And the last player, Fishlips, an old teammate of mine. He's 24 years old, and he actually moved to Bucharest to play in NRS team from Romania. He's also a pretty bad-mannered Zerg. He actually got banned of Team Liquid. He gets very passionate and starts BMing when he loses. So you can maybe expect some BM from Fishlips. Hopefully not on stream, but he usually does it behind the scenes. Now he got some pretty decent performance. He's also the third Romanian that reached Grandmasters, so I'm really curious what he can accomplish in this league. It will be tough for him, but I think he will manage to do something, and this is good for him. He's actually very happy with the league because he can prove himself. And yeah, as I've said, this league will actually start tomorrow at 18 Central European time, and the games are as follow: Cas versus Dimaga, NightEnD versus StarEagle, Cloud versus Forte, and Fishlips versus BlinG. So yeah, don't forget to join in tomorrow for the games. Again, I'm not sure if Cloud versus Forte will be played. Hopefully it will, because I don't want to start on the wrong foot. But yeah, you know, sometimes stuff happens, bad stuff happens. Now let's move to group B. This is group B. Let me actually open the beer, because this is a day that asks for a beer. Cheers. So, the first player is an invite, and we have Millennium Adelscott. You've seen him in TSL and other online cups and lands. He's a very good Protoss player, and from a very good French team, Millennium. Millennium actually has Stefano, who is maybe the best foreigner Zerg right now. They also have Tarson, Dystar, and who else? I forgot. Anyway, he's 26 years old, and his name is I'm not even sure if I should attempt to pronounce it. Stripsten Benoit. And he eliminated the map Belshir Beach. Now, I'm very curious what he can do. I think he's one of the favorite of the players to finish in top 3. What do you guys think? We have some old viewers that are always joining the chat channel. Mr. Generalu and Mr. Pochinog, of course. Now, the second player is Il. He actually won the first French qualifier. He's a member from Cyber Nation, another French clan. His name is I'm not going to pronounce his name. I should start to learn French. Anyway, he's 22 years old, and he eliminated Xel'Naga Caverns. Let me actually see if he wrote anything in the email. He played Undead in Warcraft 3, so that's why he chose Zerg. He didn't play Brood War, and his goal in leagues is actually to win, of course. And his best achievements are winning a Sunday Go for SC2. So congrats to him. I'm very curious what he can prove. He's not that unknown, and to be honest, I also haven't casted him too much. Now, the third player is from Russia. He won the second Russian qualifier. Let me see if he wrote some details. Nah, he only sent me the photo. So the third player is Turuk from clan NRS. His name is Arsvitin Konstantin. He's 19 years old and he's a bowler. He didn't eliminated any map. He said, "Yeah, I don't care." So he's the only player that didn't eliminated any map. He plays Terran, and trust me, this guy is pretty awesome. I'm very curious what he can do. Now, the fourth player is Zim, a player from Italy, and he actually won the second Italian qualifiers. And he's also a member from 3, the same clan as StarEagle. And he chose Zerg because at first he thought they had the coolest looking units, and he also loves the concept of Swarm. He didn't play Brood War, but he played a lot of real-time strategy games such as Age of Empires and Warcraft. His goal in the league is to win it, but most importantly to show his true skill. His current gear is Razor Mamba, Razor Napuri, Razor Black Widow Ultimate, and Platonix headset. And his best achievement is he got second place on a 2v2 LAN, winning 500 euros. Whoa. Third place on the last WCG, and he won several small cups here and there. So I'm very curious what he can do. He's 16 years old, so a very young player. Now the fifth player is Tish. Tish won the second Romanian qualifier. He's 17 years old, and his name is Dragoș Teodorescu, and he eliminated Belshir Beach. And of course he is a Protoss player. Let me see the email from him, because I know that he actually wrote me some stuff. He chose Protoss because it's the race that he knows best and it's the most interesting. He never played Brood War. His goals in the league are to get more experience by playing against top players. What is his current gear? And he told me, don't have one. So he has no gear. Anyway, best achievement, quarterfinals and semifinals for a few local tournaments. He actually sent me another document with more info, but I can't open it because I don't have Microsoft Word. So yeah. Now the sixth player is Alex BJJ, and he's actually on the chat. Congrats to him for qualifying. He actually got the third spot in the first season. A lot of people, actually me, didn't thought that he will actually get to third place, because he played with some other Zergs that were more favored, but he managed to beat them. He had a lot of ZVZs in the group stages. Now he's the only player that doesn't have a clan in the league. Now other info about him: his name is Alexandru Selariu. He's 25 years old, and he eliminated Taldarim Altar. And yeah, he also played Brood War. I think his name back then was God's Devil or something like that. If you are on the chat, tell me something about you, BJJ, so I can tell you. Actually, BJJ comes from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and because he does fighting stuff, so don't annoy him. Even that he seems very inoffensive, and you know, like a guy that can't beat you. He can beat you, so don't annoy him. Now the seventh player is actually Jimpo. Jimpo was an invite, probably the third invite I did. He's 23 years old, and his name is Jimmy Wolfinger. A very interesting name, I like it. He's a Terran player from Sweden, and he eliminated Belshir Beach. His clan is actually Inferno Esports, a clan from Italy. Very curious to see him again. He's, I don't know, pretty popular, I think. He got popular with the stream early on, but I haven't seen him in some time, so I'm very, very curious to see him play again. And the 8th player is actually Empire Hobot, who won the open qualifier actually. Another player from Russia, his name is Andrei Mikhev. He's actually the captain of Team Empire. He's 22 years old and he eliminated Xelnaga Caverns. So we got another Zerg. Now let's see if he wrote some details. And I can't see his email. And if I remember correctly, his name is in Russia in the email, so I probably won't find his email. Nope. Nah, maybe this one. Oh, I found him. He played StarCraft Brood War, also Zerg, because they had the sunken colony. His goal is to receive a place with some prize pool, like the last place. Some achievements: top 5-8 to WCG Rush finals, top 1 August July to go for sc2ro finals. So yeah, he plays some online cups, but he had like a break. But he's pretty good. Maybe not that pretty good, but he's very decent Zerg. So looking forward to actually see him play. Now Group B will play on Thursday. The first week will be between Turuk and Adelscott, Tish and Il, Hobot versus Alex BJJ, and Jimpo versus Zim. Hopefully we are going to have all the games and no problems. Now let's move to Group C. There's the Group C. We have Razor Servioa from the clan Serious Gaming. His name is Thomas Lang. He's 22 years old and he eliminated Abyssal Caverns. He won the Holland qualifiers, the Holland and Belgium qualifiers, they were together. And he's a Terran player. He's actually a very strong Terran player. Let me see if I can... yeah, he's online. Let me check his profile. He's in Grandmaster on the 31 place. He got 608 wins and 351 losses. And trust me, this guy is pretty awesome. I see him in top 3, I think. Now, yeah, let me actually check if he wrote anything to me. I don't think he did, but let me check anyway. Nope, just picture and oh, he wrote something. What he likes: gaming, biking and drinking whenever he has free time. He played Terran in Brood War and he likes positional base played a lot. And he played Brood War 1 year prior to StarCraft 2, and he got on IC Cup as casually when it was first released. His goals in the league are getting a good finish, obviously, but since the player's field is reasonably strong, he's happy with top 10-5. His current gear is a Black Widow keyboard, some mouse, and not sure exactly the name, but anyway, everything is from Razer. Yeah, actually it's kind of classic since his team got Razer sponsor. He won EPS Benelux, top 32 at EM, top 8 DreamHack Winter, number 1 Bobland, some finals and semi-finals in Go for sc2ro, Craft Cup and so on. That's how I actually know Servioa from Craft Cup. His name is actually Servant, Serva NT with big with caps lock. You can see his profile on Wikipedia. Now let's see. The next player I'm going to talk about is is DeathAngel. DeathAngel is actually the winner from the first season. He just left Alien Invasion and he joined Sahara, a French clan. His name is Andrei Nodia. He's 25 years old and he eliminated Xelnaga Caverns. He plays Zerg, of course, and he's from Romania. He also played Brood War. And yeah, that's all the info I have from him now. This is actually a very strong Zerg player. I know that I usually say that about all the players because all the players are very strong, but DeathAngel has some very unorthodox Zerg style. A lot of times he can get you by surprise, so very curious what he can do. I see him on number 1 or 2 in his group, maybe. The third player I'm going to talk about is MoMaN. MoMaN is an invite. He's a very fun player. Maybe not top notch, but I'm very curious to see him play. I'm very happy that I have him in my league. And I'm looking forward to meet him when I will go to Paris. That's one of my top wish lists when I go to Paris. Visit MoMaN. Number 2, visit something. So yeah, Thunderbird crashed. Great. Anyway, MoMaN is 20 years old. His name is Emmanuel Marquez and he eliminated Xelnaga Caverns. Let's see what info I can find on Wikipedia about him. Yeah, he actually joined Millennium, then he left and he joined Cybernation. Then he left, then he joined Virus. He got very known when he submitted his NASL application. Sorry, beer. Yeah, he actually he won 2-0 versus QXC. So again, I'm very curious to see him play. Looking forward to it. And the fourth player is NRS Noise. He's a Romanian player. He finished on number 5 or 6 from the first season. He's very strong, but lately I haven't casted him in some time because he's playing secretly on his secret account. So curious to see him. His name is Liviu Niculescu. He has 23 years and he eliminated Belshir Beach. He used to be very good. He has strong micro. I remember him actually won one game versus DeathAngel on PGL finals on February. But in the league he had problems with the Zerg, so not sure what his strongest matchup is right now. Looking forward to see him. The 5th player is Jax from clan ESC, you know, the clan where Goody is. He's 16 years old and his name is Alexander Kaiser. Did I say that right? I see that you are on the chat, Jax. He eliminated Belshir Beach and he plays Protoss, and of course he's from Germany, if I haven't said that. Now let's see what he actually told me in the email. Yeah, let's see if he picked Protoss in beta because he likes challenges and it was a challenge to play Protoss in the beta. He played Brute War but just fun maps at the beginning and later some games on ICC Cup. His league goals are to win it and some achievements, some good placements in Go for sc2ro but sc2, but nothing special. So another player that actually wants to prove himself. Looking forward to see him. On the 6th player is Insignia from Bulgaria. He won the qualifier. He's 25 years old. He plays Terran and his name is Simeon Vladimirov. He eliminated Belshir Beach. Let's see the email that he wrote, if he wrote me some details. Well, he likes to go to bars with friends. He chose Terran because it's not boring. It's not a boring race to play. He played Brood War, but he reached about maximum of B rank, and he doesn't have any achievements. I remember when I talked with him, and he said that he's he kind of know his skills, and he wants to do a good impression. And he said that he has like no chance of winning the league, but anyway, I'm very curious to see him. I think I've said a lot of times that I'm very curious, but I am a very curious person. The 7th player is Indy. He actually won the 2nd Polish qualifier. His name is Igor Kaczmarek. He's 17 years old. He eliminated Xanaga Caverns and he plays Protoss. Actually, I know that there is someone on the chat that likes the name Igor. Now he's from the clan Blessed, and yeah, let me see if he wrote me some details. I think he did. Yeah, his main race is Protoss because he's a former Protoss player in Brood War. He was going to play Zerg, but he was not comfortable quite enough. He represents the French team Blessed, and he's very proud about it. People are quite friendly there, and his goal is to be at least top 3. His current gear is still serious stuff, and his best achievements are 2 second places on some offline events. First was Beastyqt in Poland against Tarson, and the second was against Dystar in the Lodz in Poland too. I guess that's the name of the competition or so on. He won some online tournaments such as Craft Cup, and in the future he will love to make a living, to live for playing. So yeah, looking forward to see Indy. And the last player from this group is Stunter, the player that won from Hungary. I remember the first game from the qualifier was between Stunter and Breach is a very good player, but Stunter somehow won very easily. Very impressed with his play. His name is Mate Pap. He's 22 years old, and he is the only player that eliminated Shattered Temple. So let's see if he wrote me anything. He chose Zerg because he was also Zerg in Brood War 2, and he doesn't like Protoss or Terran. He played Brood War, but only for like 3 or 4 months. His goals in the league are to go as far as he can. He doesn't play too many tours, but he has 2nd place in Craft Cup. So I guess it's an honor to have him in the league. Now, Group C will always play on Saturday. So on 29 October, we are going to see Stunter versus MoMaN, Insignia versus Noins, Jax versus DeathAngel, and Indy versus Servioa. So, looking forward to them. Group D. We have AI Seiplo, a player from Sweden, a very, very strong player. He always has been in Grandmaster since Grandmasters was launched. I've casted him a lot of times in Craft Cup, and he's a member from Alien Invasion, a very cool clan from Germany. His name is John Seipel, and he's 17 years old, and he eliminated Belshir Beach, and of course he plays Protoss. Now, the second player is an invite. Seiplo was also an invite, but the second player is also a Swedish guy, but he plays Zerg. His name is Naugrim, and he's a team member of GoToGamers.net. His name is Matthias Ottosson. He's 21 years old, and he eliminated Xelnaga Caverns. Let's see what he wrote me. He chooses Zerg because he always likes controlling huge number of mobile units. He started playing competitively in 2006 and competed at very high level until 2010 when StarCraft 2 beta came out. His goal in the league is to win the whole league, and if he doesn't manage to do that, he hopes that he can offer some entertaining games for his fans. His current gear is Razer Lycosa, Razer Diamondback 3G mouse, and the SteelSeries 6V headset. His achievements, he doesn't know them, to be honest. Top 8 at WCG Swedish qualifiers and some once place in GoForce 2 tournaments. So yeah, I've casted Naugrim a lot of times in Craft Cup and online cups, and I'm very impressed with his play. Looking forward to see him. The third player is Virus Song. He won the second French qualifiers. His name is Timothée Sineuber or something like that. He's 21 years old and he eliminated Abyssal Caverns. He plays for the French team Virus, and I remember that I talked with him right after the qualifier. He was pretty happy because he managed to beat MoMaN and another French player. I forgot who it was. Let me see real fast. Actually, I think he won the first French qualifiers. Oh no, the second, but I don't have the bracket yet, or I think I still have the bracket somewhere. Nah, I kind of forgot. So anyway, the fourth player is actually the first player who qualified for Russia. He's Pomi from the clan Roxkis. His name is Sergey, and he's 25 years old, and he eliminated Dual Sight. And yeah, I've also casted. He plays Protoss. I've also casted him a lot of times in Craft Cup. Very strong Protoss. He always has been in Grandmasters. Now the fifth player is a Terran player. A Terran player that I have been casting for more than 1 year before he actually joined Empire team. His name is Beastyqt. He's one of my favorite Terran players. I'm very happy that he qualified. He played on the Balkans qualifier. And he played a lot of games, usually Dota, but he moved to strategy games. And he likes macro-oriented games. He mainly practice on ladder. His favorite matchup is TVZ. And he also has some online achievements in Craft Cup, Compito Cup, and Gigabyte Cup, and so on. So yeah, very happy that I got Beastyqt in the league. He's actually, I think, his favorite to be on the top. This is actually another very strong group. The sixth player is The Beast. He plays for Team Extatus. His name is Martin Dvorak. He's 22 years old, and he eliminated Nerazin Crypt. He's a Protoss player from Czech Republic. He actually won the Czech Republic qualifier. He managed to beat 2 Grandmaster players, if I remember correctly. And the seventh player is Crusader, Caius Krishan, 20 years old, and he eliminated Belshir Beach. I've casted a lot of games with Crusader. He's also a real life friend, so hopefully he can do a good impression. He has 2 Terran players in the league. I know he wanted some Terrans, but he wasn't too lucky because he got Song and Beastyqt. Now, I know that there are only 7 players in the league. The 8th player, I'm about 90% sure that's going to be him. As I said, I've talked with him today. He's still in France. I've talked with his manager, and he said yes. Now, still waiting for, like a final confirmation. Still waiting for the picture with him and so on. But the last player, if everything is fine, hopefully, it's a player from Germany. He's a Protoss player. He plays for the team Mouse, and his name is HasuObs. So if HasuObs will join. He will be the 4th Protoss player in the league. But yeah, no, a lot of Protoss and only one Zerg. But anyway, I will be very happy to get HasuObs in the league. And hopefully everything will be okay. Now, these are the groups. Very entertaining groups. Of course, Group A has the most known players. And yeah, let me actually grab some beer. So, what else should I talk about? Hopefully everything was fine today with the sound and so on. I will try to stream on full HD. Again, hopefully everything will be fine. I've just got a new video card. Costed me a lot of money, but it seems that the CPU is still a big problem. Everything was fine, but when I'm streaming, the XSplit actually eats a lot of CPU. So yeah, I'm going to raise money for a new motherboard and CPU. What else we are going to do in the league? I will do some prizes for the viewers. Not sure how many you want, something like that, something like this. It's a Bitdefender antivirus, original with license and so on. So during the casts, not today, but starting from tomorrow probably, we're going to give some antiviruses away for the viewers. And yeah, I think this is it. See you tomorrow at 18 Central European time, so 1 hour early. And yeah, looking forward to see you. We are listed on Team Liquid, so let's hope you don't forget. If you usually forget, don't forget about the future I've talked about. You can go to the groups. And on the groups you have this button, remind me, with Google Calendar. Just click it and let's see, you have something like this, and you can set it up to send you a text message or an email with 5 minutes, 1 hour and so on before the actual event starts. So very useful feature. Now again, as I've said, this is for today. Very happy about this. The league is finally starting. Thank you for tuning in, or thank you for watching the VOD if you are watching the VOD. And see you tomorrow, I guess.